A wild multi-county pursuit came to a dramatic end in Orange County on Wednesday afternoon when a heavily armored BearCat rammed into an allegedly stolen big rig out of the Inland Empire. The chase began around 9:30 a.m. when Fontana police determined that the driver was using cold plates, fake or mismatched license plates. The driver was identified as 54-year-old Bill Fayed of Buena Park, and the passenger was 42-year-old Carlos Mesta of Rancho Cucamonga. According to police, Mesta called his daughter during the pursuit to tell her that the driver would not let him out of the truck. Fayed then reportedly grabbed the phone. The exact relationship between the two men remains unclear. The pursuit started in the center of Fontana, and by 10:19 a.m., Fayed had made his way into Orange County, taking the 57 freeway from Brea through Fullerton and into Anaheim by 10:30 a.m. At one point he stopped briefly, tossed what appeared to be a water bottle from the cab, and continued driving. At 10:58 a.m. in Buena Park, Mesta reached his arm out of the window and appeared to grab onto a nearby vehicle. Immediately after, an armored North County SWAT BearCat rammed into the side of the big rig, damaging the driver's side. Despite the impact, Fayed kept going for several more minutes. At 11:04 a.m. he finally stopped at the intersection of Beach Boulevard and Franklin Street in Buena Park. Surrounded by officers, Fayed surrendered peacefully. Mesta also exited the vehicle safely and was taken to a hospital by paramedics for undisclosed reasons. Fontana police later confirmed that both men had outstanding warrants, including a grand theft auto warrant for Fayed, who was considered armed and dangerous during the pursuit. Authorities have not yet said whether kidnapping charges will be filed. No officers were injured in the incident, and multiple law enforcement agencies assisted in bringing the chase to an end.
They don't have the armor and the ability to do that. It did look like he rammed the side of that truck, and there might have been fuel spilling out because he rammed it kind of right where those big silver gas fuel tanks are. And he rammed it pretty aggressively, but this is definitely a very interesting situation. I'm not exactly sure which municipality that BearCat is with. It just looks like it says police on it. I'm not sure if it's Fullerton. I'm not sure if it is CHP or Fontana. I'm not sure who it is. I would guess Fullerton, since right now Fullerton is the lead in this pursuit. But yeah, it looks like they're saying, all right, enough is enough. We're going to end this on our terms. And okay, there you go, driving on the wrong side. He cut that corner. Yeah, it looks like there might be fuel coming out of that. It looks like there might be fuel coming out of that left side. So you can see there is some damage to that left side fuel tank there, right in the center of the screen. That silver, that's a fuel tank. He's been crunched a little bit there. So he may be leaking diesel fuel as he's been driving along here from that BearCat connecting with that tractor. And that tractor, go ahead.
Ryan, and I've noticed that the passenger has been gesturing quite a bit. I'm not sure if you noticed that at one point before this pit maneuver was attempted, this person threw something out, or at least was trying to, really just stuck out one of her arms out. And I'm not sure if you caught that.
I didn't see that. No, I didn't. I saw that when the tractor stopped just a few moments ago, I saw him interacting with somebody on the side of the road. I don't know if that was just a random person that happened to be there or if they were interacting with the tractor, but I definitely saw that person right there. Right before we saw the BearCat ram them, we saw that person on the side. But no, I didn't see them trying to throw anything out of that cab.
Okay, and this is interesting. Now we're in a residential area.
Here on the right side of your screen, you had that moment there of when that BearCat that was just brought onto the chase here attempted a pit maneuver. And from Brian, from your shot, yes, that gas tank on the left side of the driver's side of the truck suffered significant damage. I mean, that is very significant. We talked about that these two tanks on either side of the big rig can hold hundreds of gallons of diesel fuel each, meaning this vehicle, despite its terrible fuel economy, can go a long ways for a long time, but there took a big hit. And we know that BearCat is going to try to pit this vehicle again. You know, I said it earlier, you need a tank to stop a tank. We've seen big rig chases before. I don't know if we've seen a BearCat follow this closely behind a chase like this.
Yeah, I've definitely never seen this. I've never seen a BearCat get involved in a pursuit like this. Okay, this is interesting. Looks like that BearCat's moving in.
Yeah.
He's going to try and stop him. So that Bearcat is armored. It's got bulletproof everything. It's got a turret on the top. So these are undercover vehicles. These are not civilians. These are undercover officers, probably from Fontana. They pinned him in. The passenger looks like they have opened their door. The passenger's door is open. Hands are up from the passenger. Driver hasn't done anything right now.
Oh, boy.
It looks like we've lost Brian's shot there. It looks like officers here have finally pinned in this big rig. We have the person in the passenger seat who Fontana believes may be a kidnapping victim here with their hands raised. We've seen that person interact with people on the street. We can only assume begging for help. We understand that person who you see whose hands are raised had called 911 saying that the driver of the big rig would not let them out of the big rig. So you see how quickly that person was to give up.
All right, we see the driver finally getting out.
Opening their door. We're hopeful this comes to a peaceful end. We've seen the driver open their door before, Brian, and refuse to get out.
Yeah, we have. So right now, those vehicles that haven't pinned in, those are likely Fontana SWAT, Fullerton SWAT officers. So you can see those guys. They're not in the normal uniforms. They've got body armor. They've got helmets on. There's the driver out of the vehicle, hands up. He's just come out. The passenger looks like they're still in the vehicle. That driver is listening to commands. They're ordering him back. It looks like this may be under control. They're going to get him down on his knees here in a moment probably and take him into custody. What a interesting end to this pursuit where they just, oh, there you go. Yep. Okay. All right. Now they've still got their guns drawn. They're going to start giving the passenger who has their hands up and out the passenger side of that truck. They're going to give them orders to get down, get out. They might come around the other side of the vehicle so they've got eyes on them. You can see them coming around the back. They're going to get eyes on that passenger, have them get down. They're going to treat them just like the suspect. They're going to get them out, give them orders, get them down on the ground because they don't know the situation. So they need to protect themselves, make sure that that person is not involved. There you go. You can see the driver in cuffs being led away now in custody. Now they just have that passenger who's still just sitting. Looks like they're just standing there in the tractor door, not getting out right now. We know that those officers are going to be giving that passenger commands to come down, get out, get on the ground. But right now, I think the officers are just trying to figure out how to do this safely, taking their time. There's no rush. They don't need to hurry through this. The tractor is pinned. The driver is in custody. They're going to take their time, make sure they can do this safely and effectively.
A wild pursuit. We see Canaan. We see a lot of activity. If you can, Brian, just tell us whereabouts we're at. I know we're on Beach Boulevard and Franklin Street. Traffic around that area looks pretty congested as we're seeing this passenger still on that big rig.
Yeah, so we're not on Beach Boulevard. That's a pretty main street. Beach Boulevard and Franklin. Yeah, traffic is stopped right now. So there's going to be, I would avoid this area of Buena Park if you can because it's going to be a little bit hectic and chaotic here while they get this under control. But okay, so there you can see the passengers out there in the crosswalk. They've got their hands and arms up. That looks like a man. Looks like a male to me. They're walking backwards.
And as you mentioned, they're going to treat this person just like the suspect initially before they figure out exactly what the situation is. Again, Fontana police saying this is a possible kidnapping, but they're going to have to work to confirm that. And now, Brian, the job is to confirm that these were the only two people left in that big rig cab.